everyone, and I hope you're all doing well. It's summer here in Tokyo, so come along with my friend and I as we enjoy our weekend. On this day, we headed to Kitasenju, an area in the Adachi ward of northern Tokyo. I don't come to Kitasenju often, but this day I realized how peaceful and charming the town was. My friend and I are obsessed with mint chocolate, or chocominto as we call it in Japan. There are so many chocominto products that come out in the summer, and we always try to go find and eat them as much as we can. We saw online that this cafe called SD Coffee in Kitasenju had a chocominto shake, so of course we had to come try it. This cafe specializes in hot dogs and shakes, and the interior is so unique and fun since it has a theme of a retro Japanese bathhouse or sento. It's so colorful, and the shop employees seem very nice and chill as well. They also have a lot of goods you can buy to take home as a souvenir. I loved seeing all of the sento decorations inside. You can definitely tell that they put a lot of thought into the design of the cafe. There were a lot of food and drink options on the menu, and we ended up ordering a strawberry shake along with our chocominto to share, and both were so delicious. I think mint chocolate is one of those flavors that most people either love or hate. Personally, I don't understand the toothpaste flavor argument, and I can never get enough chocominto, but I would love to hear your thoughts. I think it's gotten even more popular in Japan recently, so a lot of different cafes and shops selling sweets started creating a chocominto menu, and of course there's always tons of things being sold at the convenience stores and supermarkets as well to cater to fans like us. We actually hadn't had a proper lunch yet before we went to the cafe, so we ended up walking around and finding this cute American-style diner and got a burger and fries to go to take to the Arakawa Riverside. Along these big rivers, you'll often see students having their weekend baseball practices, so we sat watching them while we ate our late lunch. After eating, we decided to rent a bicycle to ride alongside the river, and I didn't realize how easy it is to rent a bike just using an app and choosing which location to pick up and drop off your bike. I do have my own bike at home, but usually the places that I want to have a peaceful bike ride like these are too far from my house, so I mostly just use it around my own neighborhood. It's nice that I can rent one for just a couple of hours easily, and it's pretty affordable as well since it's 130 yen for half an hour, or you can rent it for 12 hours for 1800 yen, which is a great deal. I have a couple videos on my channel already where I go on a peaceful bike ride, and you'll see it again later in this video as well, but I cannot recommend it enough, especially if you're already living in Japan or you have a bit of extra time on your hands and want to do something that feels a bit more local than going to all of the crowded tourist areas. We finished our 2-hour ride by returning our bikes near Akabane Station, and before heading home we wandered into Ito-Yokado, which is a little shopping center, and we hadn't planned on it at all, but we ended up finding another chocominto dessert at this shop called Neko Cheesecake, and we knew we had to get it. We got a box with 2 plain cheesecakes and 2 chocominto cheesecakes, and they're shaped like cats and so adorable. I hadn't ever had a cheesecake like this before, so I didn't know what to expect, but it was pretty good, and I like the idea of combining cheesecake and chocominto. That was the end of our day, but on a different day, the same friend and I decided to have a picnic, and before that we needed to grab some food to eat. We got some bread and also decided to go to the depachika, which is short for department store basement. In most department stores, there's usually a floor dedicated to these food halls that have high quality sweet and savory foods. I love strolling around Depachika and seeing all of the delicious food. Lots of people usually buy some dishes from the deli stalls to bring home. It's a great option for those who don't want to cook but still want to put something good on the table, or maybe you've been traveling in Tokyo all day but don't feel like eating out, then maybe you can take a few things to eat at your accommodation. After grabbing a few things from the Depachika, we brought it with us to Ukima Funado station, and just in front of the station is a big park with a pond and windmill called Ukima Koen. We found a nice shady tree near the pond and laid out all of the food we brought onto the picnic mat, and we ate as we people watched. And of course, we had our choco minto drink from Kaldi, which is really good. Definitely recommend if you're a fan. It wasn't too hot yet during this time, so there were lots of people picnicking and lots of grandpas fishing at the pond as well. It was just so relaxing laying there under the tree, just the perfect example of a peaceful weekend, and I felt like any stress or worries could just be forgotten if I was laying there all day. We walked around the park a bit more to go to the other side of the pond and see the windmill, and after that we decided we needed to go and get some dessert. We headed to Chatorese, which is a shop that sells very affordable yet delicious sweets that you can buy casually to eat at home, and they also have many gift sets as well that you can get as a present. You've probably guessed it by now, but we came here since Chatorese has a few different chocominto ice creams, and I like that you can buy the desserts individually or in bulk. After eating our ice creams, we decided to yet again rent a bicycle to go on another bike ride along the riverbank. Editing this now, I'm definitely realizing that we are doing very similar things on 2 separate days, but I think we just enjoyed it so much that we can't get tired of it. It's just such a great way to spend time with friends or even by yourself because it's not too pricey, but time flies before you realize it. You're getting exercise and basking in some vitamin D, and you get to explore and see areas that you can't get to with a train or car. The sun was slowly starting to set, and I honestly felt like I was the main character in a Japanese drama or anime because although it's so simple what we're doing, we're just riding a bike, it feels so incredibly tranquil and the views that I'm passing by are so pretty. Also, I had never used an electric bike until I rented one because the one I have is just a normal bicycle, but I'm amazed at how useful and powerful they are. It's very common in Tokyo, especially with all of the parents that have to bike with 1 or 2 kids. I was so impressed and I couldn't believe that I hadn't tried it before. And now I understand why all of the older grandmas and grandpas are able to go up a very steep hill on an e-bike without breaking a sweat. We were getting pretty tired and thirsty, so we stopped to get a quick drink before trying to find the nearest bike drop-off station. We didn't realize that it would be better to book a drop-off location in advance on the app because we realized that a lot of them were already full, so we had to keep cycling further and further until we finally found one that we could park our 2 bikes at. So now we know that for the future. At night, I met up with some other friends for my friend's birthday dinner at a French bistro in Nakameguro called Yuito. As some of you may know from my travel vlogs, I had visited France a couple months back and was already missing the food and atmosphere, and I was really happy to have found this cozy restaurant right by Nakameguro River. We ordered the lyonnaise salad with gizzard, a charcuterie assortment with various meats, cream potato gratin, steak with fries, and a pasta with broccoli and bacon. Everything tasted really good and we were happily stuffed. The overall ambiance of the shop was so nice and perfect for our birthday dinner, and I definitely want to come back again. As always, thank you all so much for watching and commenting. After my Europe travel videos, I'm back to my normal life in Tokyo videos, so I hope you look forward to more vlogs coming soon.